Good morning to each and everyone. My name is Eliza Tahir. So this is the continuation of report ni Swellen Laila. My subtopic is 3. The first, second growth stance. And second is human activity, and the last, United States. So I will discuss about the second growth stance. The second growth stance, forests that have regrown after logging or clearing, known as second growth forests, lack the massive old trees of undistributed areas. However, they can still provide valuable insights into forest history, especially if the land wasn't completely cleared for farming. For example, stump sprouts, root suckers, or traces of charcoal in the soil often tell the story of how these forests have evolved over centuries. Of course, second growth stands refer to forests that have regrown after being logged or cleared. These forests may not have the large, old trees that the undistributed forests do, but they still offer valuable insights into forest history. When land is not completely cleared for farming, it allows for the regeneration of the forest ecosystem over time. Researchers can learn a lot about the development of this second growth forest by examining various features. For example, stump sprouts and root suckers can indicate how the forest has regrown from previously cut trees. Traces of charcoal in the soil can suggest past fires that have influenced the forest growth. In Alaska, scientists have studied Sitka spruce trees growing on decayed logs. These unique features allows researchers to trace back forest growth as far 1,200 years, offering a record of how forests have changed over time. Similarly, features like wind falls, trees uprooted by strong winds, fire scars on trees, and tree-ring analysis provide evidence of past events that shape the forest, such as storms, fires, or other disturbances. In Alaska, scientists have studied Sitka spruce trees growing on decayed logs, which offers a unique opportunity to trace forest growth back as far as 1,200 years. By analyzing features like windfalls, fire scars on trees, and tree-ring patterns, researchers can gather evidence of past events that have shaped the forest, such as storms, fires, or other disturbances as a whole. Studying second growth stance provides valuable information about the ecological history of a forest and how it has evolved over centuries in response to various factors and their disturbances. Human activity. The human activity has been one of the most significant factors in altering forests across the globe. Logging, burning, farming, and grazing have all left their mark on forest ecosystem. In America, indigenous people use fire to shape landscape, creating open prairies and savannas by regularly burning forest. These controlled burns influence the composition of forests, making them different from what they might have been naturally. The human activity such as logging, burning, farming, and grazing has had a significant impact on forests around the world. Indigenous peoples in North America use controlled burns to shape landscape, creating open prairies and savannas. When European settlers arrived, they cleared large areas of forest for agriculture. As farming declined in certain regions, abandoned farmland returned to forests. When European settlers arrived, their activities had an even greater impact. They cleared large tracts of land for agriculture, but as farming declined in certain regions abandoned, farmland often returned to forests. A good example of this is central Massachusetts, where abandoned farmland grew back into forest, dominated by white pine. Over time, these pines are replaced by hardwood trees, showing how forests change naturally when left undisturbed. In Europe kasi, human activity has been altering forests for thousands of years. Mediterranean region have suffered extensive logging, burning, and grazing, leading to barren landscape in many areas. In Northern Europe, farmers cleared forests for farming during the Neolithic period, causing declines in certain tree species. In Europe, human activity has been altering forests for thousands of years. Mediterranean regions, for example, suffered extensive logging, burning, and grazing, which led to barren landscapes in many areas. In Northern Europe, farmers during the Neolithic period cleared forests for farming, causing declines in a certain tree species, such as elm. In weather regions like Scotland and Ireland. Sa pangkalahatan, human activity has played a significant role in changing forest ecosystems, but it is also important to recognize that forests have the ability to naturally recover and evolve when left undisturbed. Abandoned farmland in central Massachusetts, for example, grew back in forests dominated by white pine and eventually replaced by hardwood trees over time. This shows how forests can change naturally without interference. Europe and adjacent lands. The Mediterranean regions, including Asia Minor and Southern Europe, have seen significant forest destruction due to human activities like logging, burning, and grazing, especially by goats. Although climate change also contributes, much forest loss is attributed to human mismanagement, resulting in barren landscapes. Historically, extensive forests existed in areas like Greece and North Africa. But today, reforestation efforts are changed by eroded soils and livestock grazing. In Northern Europe, Neolithic practices led to the decline of elm trees from over-harvesting their leaves for livestock. Sa Mediterranean region, human activities like logging, burning, and grazing, especially by goats, have led to significant forest destruction in Mediterranean regions such as Asia Minor and Southern Europe. Climate change is also a factor, but human mismanagement is a major contributor to forest loss, resulting in barren landscapes. The historical forest is extended forests once existed in areas like Greece and North Africa, but reforestation efforts are now challenged by eroded soils and livestock grazing. Northern Europe, Neolithic practices around 4000 to 2500 BCE led to the decline of elm trees due to over-harvesting their leaves for livestock. In England, many moors were once deciduous forests formed largely due to repeated burning by early humans. Similarly, peat bog in Ireland and Scandinavia arose from climatic changes and ancient farming, degrading pine woodlands into shrub. Sa England and Ireland, many moors in England were once deciduous forests that formed after repeated burning by early humans. Peat bogs in Ireland and Dinabia arose from climatic changes and ancient farming practices which degraded pine woodlands into shrub. Recent human activities in Lower Province, France have also caused natural oak forests to regress to scrubland. This example highlights the lasting impact of human action on forest ecosystem. Sa France naman is, recent human activities in Lower Province, France have caused natural oak forest to regress to scrubland. Human activity combined with climate changes resulted in the formation of peat bogs which replaced forests in many areas. Overall impact, human activities have had a lasting impact on forest ecosystems, often combining with climate changes to alter the environment. Example of this includes the formation of peat bogs which replace forests in many areas. Para mas lalong maintindihan, human activities have significantly altered forest ecosystem in various regions including the Mediterranean, Northern Europe, England, Ireland, and France. Climate changes have also played a role, but human actions have been a major driver of forest destruction and degradation. So, sa United States, forests in the eastern United States have undergone significant changes due to farming, logging, and burning. In the southern states, abandoned farmland was often taken over by pine forests, which were thus eventually replaced by hardwoods as the land matured. Logging activities in regions like the Ozarks, Maine, and the Southwest also had a major impact, changing both the composition and structure of forests. The United States Forest Service is responsible for managing the country's vast forest resources. And in the eastern United States, they have undergone significant changes due to human activities such as farming, logging, and burning. In the southern states, abandoned farmland was often taken over by pine forests, which eventually gave way to hardwoods as the land matured. Similarly, logging activities in regions like the Ozarks, Maine, and the Southwest also had a major impact on the composition and structure of forests. For example, before European settlement, ponderosa pine forests in the Southwest were open and park-like, with large trees spaced far apart. These forests were maintained by frequent low-intensity fires that cleared out undergrowth. However, fire suppression policies in the 20th century caused these forests to become dense and overcrowded, making them more vulnerable to severe wildfires and pests. In addition to these changes, other factors such as climate change, invasive species, and over-reliance on a few dominant tree species have also impacted forest ecosystems. The U.S. Forest Service is working to restore these forests to their natural state by reintroducing controlled burns, thinning dense stands of trees, and promoting biodiversity. As a whole, the history of human activities in eastern U.S. forests has led to significant changes in their composition and structure. While some of these changes have been beneficial for certain species, others have had negative impact on forest ecosystem. Summary, as a whole in a summary, human activities such as logging, burning, farming, and grazing have significantly altered forests, often leaving them degraded or vastly different from their original state. Today, protected areas such as national parks and wilderness reserves are essential for preserving what remains of this ecosystem. However, maintaining these areas sometimes requires active management. Human activities have had a profound impact on eastern U.S. forests, leading to degradation and changes in their composition and structure. Activities such as logging, burning, farming, and grazing have all contributed to these changes. Today, protected areas like national parks and wilderness reserves play a role in preserving what remains of this ecosystem. While these areas provide a safeguard against further degradation, they often require active management to maintain their integrity and ensure the long-term health of the forest. So that's all. Thank you.